Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Jerkan, and today I wanted to talk about the possibility of getting more than just one map for DLC 4. Now, we all know by now that at the end of the Gorod Krovi Easter egg, we get this Revelation sort of teaser to the DLC 4 map pack. Now, we don't know if Revelations is the name of the map pack or the name of the Zombies map in general. It's quite weird because it's written in an Origins way, so it makes people assume that Revelations is the name of the new map, so we will have Zetsubou No Shima, Gorod Krovi, The Eisendrache, Shadows of Evil, The Giant, and Revelations. That'll be the name of the map rather than the map pack. Personally, however, I feel like Revelations itself, it sounds like a word that will be a map pack, but I don't know, we'll have to wait and see about that. But anyway, recently there has been an update in Black Ops 3, where in the menu where you'll see the maps, you have the maps in order, and recently they made it so, rather than having 4 maps on the top row and then 1 on the bottom, so it used to be the Giant, Shadows of Evil, The Eisendrache, Zetsubou No Shima, second row, Gorod Krovi, they've now done it where all the maps so far are on one row, and we got this big blank space at the bottom here. We have room for one more map or one more DLC as far as we're aware. Revelations. If we had Revelations right there on its own, it's going to look a little bit lonely. It's going to look a little bit weird just having all this blank space for the extra, not 9 new maps or whatever. So what people have now thought about, what other YouTubers that I've seen has said, that basically it's a very big theory right now that we're going to get a lot of maps remade. Hopefully up to 9 new maps that are going to be remade or like remastered. And somebody went ahead and made this image right here that you can see on screen now, where they said basically they want a Keenan de Toten, 5 Ascension, Quad the Dead, Shangri-La, Moon, Naktor and Toten, Varrukt, Shinonuma, and the new map, Revelations, although Revelations will be where Keenan de Toten is. But how awesome does this look? I mean, this looks absolutely amazing. Personally, I would love it if they had every single map made, but I know that probably isn't going to work because I know in order to remaster a game, in order to remaster a map, is going to take you a long time to do. It won't take you as long as making a new map, admittedly, because it's not like you've got to say, oh, you know, we got to make the zombies move in this particular way. We got to make sure the pack-a-punch is over in this location. We got to make sure this doesn't glitch out. You simply just have to make sure the graphics are up to standard, up to date, and everything else like that. And I don't know how much work they would have to put in to make sure that happens, but I'm pretty sure that's nowhere near as hard as making a new map from scratch. Now, we've had many references to Moon ever since Black Ops 3 came out. From the Giant, where we had the wave guns on the loading screen, to the Eisendrache, where we just had so many references. It wouldn't surprise me if Moon, out of some of the other maps that might get chosen, would be remade. And another thing that makes me think that these maps will be remade, other than the fact there will be a master space if they weren't, or even in their DLC 5 maybe they could be remade or whatever. Jason Blundell said in an interview before Gorod Krovi came out that Gorod Krovi was complete and was ready to be released to us within the next couple of days or whatever. He was then asked about DLC 4 and how long that was going to take him, and he said there that that map, DLC 4 Revelations, is complete. Revelations has been completed, and it could be released to us now if they wanted us to. If they wanted to release the map to us right now, it could be released right now with no change they would need to make to it, apart from probably there's going to be a few glitches or whatever. But Revelations is just there sitting, waiting for us, waiting until September, whatever day we're going to get it. So that gives Treyarch a couple of months. So they're going to release Revelations sometime either early or mid-September. So that gives them from July 12th, when Gorod Krovi was released, all the way up until September from when Revelations will be released. That gives them a good couple of months to actually look at some of the other maps and probably bring them back to remaster them. I mean, 2 months is a long time, and they probably will spend that time as well looking at other maps and trying to fix patches and bits and bobs like that. I mean, I know there's been a lot of glitches with Gorod Krovi that they fixed recently. Nothing too bad, it's just XP glitches and whatever else. But it's not going to take them 2 whole months to just patch a few XP glitches and everything else on Gorod Krovi. And we know the team at Treyarch, they like to work really hard to make sure they get the game out every time on the date. They like to make sure everything is done on time. They don't like to postpone any map packs or anything else coming out like that. So with 2 months to do nothing at all, with 2 months to know that DLC 4 is ready to be released, that gives them the time to remaster these maps. Like I said, it could be within DLC 4 we might see some. It could be within a DLC 5. That's been like speculated since the very beginning as well, a DLC 5. You know, loads of people really been hoping for that. I don't know, a DLC 5 would be pretty cool, but that would then make their game up until like November, so that would go straight into Infinite Warfare. So that would mean Black Ops 3 would still be alive for when Infinite Warfare will come out. But I don't know, guys, I mean, if Treyarch was to release 9 new maps, which, by the way, they could release more than 9, there could be like a scroll down option right there, but we're going to say 9 just to fill up the screen. If they could release 9 new maps, which 9 maps out of all of the maps so far would you like to see remastered? Now, I'm thinking that maybe Doraliza wouldn't be one because we already have the Giant, which is basically the same map with a tad few differences. But in general, if you're not looking at storyline wise, it's the same map. Personally, I would like to see Moon, Origins, Mob of the Dead, those type of maps. Maybe even Transit, it would be cool to see that map maybe on new gen and just try and experience it again, see how that goes maybe. Like I said, personally I'd like to see all the maps, but if I had to choose 9, I would definitely say Origins, Mob of the Dead, and Moon. They were like my 3 favourite maps, and I know a lot of people in the community as well are really wanting Kino to Toten to come back, so that'll be another map that hopefully will be remastered. If it's not remastered in Black Ops 3, well, there's a lot of people saying that maybe it'll be remastered or brung back in a different way in the Infinite Warfare Zombies. There's been a lot of leaks on that recently. But anyway, guys, put down in the comments below what 9 maps you would like to see return to Black Ops 3 if it were to be remastered and if there were 9 maps to bring back. But anyway, that's going to be all from me, so if you like this video then please make sure to leave a like rating, subscribe for more zombies content, and as always, I'll see you next time. Peace out.